My name is Angelina Lazo, and I am a senior at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. On February 14th, 2018, our home was invaded and 17 of our family members were killed. Sorry. Of the 17, 3 were adults who were our mentors and there for us every single day. Scott Beagle, 35. Aaron Feiss, 37. Chris Hickson, 49. Of the 17, 14 were our brothers and sisters who will never get to say, I graduated. Our sister, Alyssa Alhadef, 14. Our brother, Martin Duque, 14. Our brother, Nicholas Dworet, 17. Our sister, Jamie Gutenberg, 14. Our brother, Luke Hoyer, 15. Our sister, Carol Loughran, 14. Our sister, Gina Montalto, 14. Our brother, Joaquin Oliver, 17. Our sister, Elena Petty, 14. Our sister, Meadow Pollock, 18. Our sister, Helena Ramsey, 17. Our brother, Alex Schachter, 14. Our sister, Carmen Shentrup, 16. And our brother, Peter Wang, 15. School is a place where children come to learn and be inspired. School is where you get the motivation to make your dreams come true. School is home away from home. We should feel most safe at our school, but unfortunately we don't. There are evil people in this world whose hearts are filled with evil energy. They want us to be scared, but we will not. They want us to be scared to go to school, but we will go and we will learn. They want us to be scared to go to the movie theaters, but we will go and we will watch. They want us to be scared to go to church, but we will go and we will pray. No excuse is enough to take the life of innocent people. From the poem, Still I Rise by Maya Angelou, was a part that fit this gathering perfectly. You may cut me with your eyes. You may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I rise. And we will rise. Our voices will be heard. We will rise together hand in hand. We need change now. We will make a change, not only for our community, but for our country. Unfortunately, we live in a country where these tragedies happen way too often. How many more innocent lives have to be taken for our government to take action? This isn't a Republican or Democrat issue. This is about the United States of America and all citizens who live here. There shouldn't be different circumstances whether you're rich or poor or what neighborhood you come from, because we all have the same rights. It shouldn't take a horrific tragedy for us to come together, for our community to support us, for our government to hear us, and for our nation to stand with us. The private sector, Walmart and Dick's Sporting Goods, have acted to ban sales of assault weapons and limit gun and ammunition sales to those 21 or older. We elect candidates into office for the sole purpose of representing the people. Why is it that companies can act but our elected officials do not? It is time for our elected officials of both parties to come together and act to protect us from assault weapons and those that are not mentally capable of owning any gun. Your stance on safety shouldn't be determined whether you get enough votes or not. If elected officials did not have the high social status that they do, they'd be down here like us, fighting for our lives, fighting for our community, and fighting for our nation to be equal. Our Constitution starts with we, the people of the United States. Not we, the NRA, not we, the Republicans, or we, the Democrats. It's we, the people. According to the Declaration of Independence, we, the people, are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. That among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. How can we be happy when we're scared just to walk out of our house with the thought of being killed? That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish it. Then why are certain people and agencies trying to suppress the right of the people? Our Second Amendment was ratified on December 15th, 1791, and it states the right to bear arms. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Well, the definition of militia is a body of citizens enrolled for military service and called out periodically for drill, but serving full-time only in emergencies. Our Second Amendment is a well-regulated body of citizens enrolled for military service. The Second Amendment does not apply to weapons of war and guaranteeing we can bear such weapon. Countless lives are taken away in the United States due to gun violence. People value materialistic objects more than life itself. All guns will never be taken away, and that's not what we're trying to do. But no civilian should be in possession of a weapon that military and law enforcement are trained, and I quote, trained to use.
Yes. Yes.
Assault weapons are not for hunting. They are mass killing machines and weapons of war.
Yes.
The federal assault weapons ban from 1994 to 2004 banned the manufacture of 19 military-style weapons, assault weapons with specific combat features, copycat models, and certain high-capacity ammunition magazines of more than 10 rounds. During the ban, 1994 through 2004, there were 89 recorded fatalities. After the ban expired, 2004 through 2014, in that decade alone, fatalities rose 183% with 302 recorded incidents. I pulled a quote from Marco Rubio, word for word, at the CNN town hall. He was stating why you can't ban all assault weapons, and this is what he had to say. You would have to ban every semi-automatic rifle that's sold in America. Thank you. He also made a comment to Ted Deutsch, contradicting himself, and basically stating the solution to the problem, and this is what he had to say. Under the law that Ted Deutsch supports, there would still be 2,000 guns that are legal and could do the same exact thing. Well, why don't we start somewhere? Why don't we start small and work our way up? Ted Deutsch at the CNN town hall made a comment to Marco Rubio, stating that he supports a ban on weapons of war that serve no purpose other than killing the maximum number of people that they can. Issues that are brought up are loopholes. How come both parties can't come together and work to find a solution that fits everyone, not just one side? Dana Loesch, at the CNN town hall said, if you are old enough to vote, if you are old enough to drive a car and you're old enough to serve your country, I think that you are old enough if you are not a threat to yourself or community, should be able to have a firearm. Well, if a citizen 18 years of age wants to operate a military-grade weapon, then he or she should be in an environment such as the military to operate such weapon.
Yes.
There is no need for it in a civilian society. For the people who support our law enforcement, don't you think getting these guns off the streets would make it easier on our law enforcement to do their job instead of being worried about being ambushed and or killed?
Yes.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
Off the street.
They should support a change in current law that would keep both law enforcement safe along with the future of our nation. This is not the hills of Afghanistan. This is not the streets of Iraq or the war-torn country of Syria. This is the United States of America. We need to start acting like it.
Woo!
Yes.
There were so many factors that could have prevented this tragedy from all different aspects. But unfortunately, all these missed chances unfolded to a mass shooting. We need to stop blaming one another for what happened because it was numerous people and agencies that dropped the ball. This isn't just one issue like mental illness or assault weapons or safety in schools. It's about how every single one of those issues are flawed and are for a result for what happened. There needs to be an increase, both state and federal levels, for mental health funding. Ensure all guns sold, buyers go through an extensive background check and a longer waiting period.
Yes.
Stop the sale of these weapons at gun shows where no background check is required and you could walk in and buy as many as you want. They might think we're crazy or not take us seriously. But we know more about our Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and our amendments than those currently sitting in office. The President of the United States has deeply divided our country. I need a camera. Mr. President, you can fool the adults, but not us kids. We see right through your lies and incompetence. In 3 years from now, students who are now sophomores will then be eligible to vote.
Woohoo!
And all I can say is, you better start packing your bags now. We only have one chance at life, so let's do it right. Remember all of the elected officials who are against us and those who are for us. No candidate will be elected if they are not for the people. We will make sure of that.
Yeah, woo!
We all wish we can turn back time and prevent something like this from occurring, but we can't. What we can do now is work day by day to make sure that this will be the last mass shooting. We don't hope, we don't assume, we know it will be the last. Bernie Sanders once said, "What happens when an idea catches fire? When people see the justice of that idea, it moves very, very quickly. When millions of people stand up and fight, they win. We will win. We must keep going a week, a month, a year from now. We need to continue to fight for everyone's safety. They say we're just kids. Not only are we just kids, but we are tomorrow's future.
That's right. Woo. That's right. Woo.
We are going to be this country's future leaders, and we need to lead by example. Let's start now. Continue to write, tweet, call, march, and vote. Our voice matters. When we march on Washington, the nation will feel our heartache and every single step we take. Our pain and heartache has turned into a movement that will not stop. My name is Angelina Lazo, and I'm a senior at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School. I'd like to thank every single one of you for coming out and showing your support. Please continue to spread awareness. Everyone's voice matters. Be positive, be passionate, and be proud to be an Eagle. Thank you.